know, whoever it was, whoever tries that, well, they are under a very strict surveillance. Without further ado, a cool song I don't want to turn down. I don't want to freaking disturb my neighbors. Okay, welcome. I'm a man with no current identity that is valid. Just kidding. They know who I am. It's my fans. I set forth looking for what was ailing Mother Earth. She had basically conveyed to me that she needed me to go where she is hurting the most. Well, he didn't make believe secure perimeters yet. The perimeter's very much secured. Anyways, she basically conveyed to me that she needed me to, he ain't with that either. Who the fuck was setting fires in Northern California? Anyway, back to you, Josh. Pissed off polar bear. Fuck it, just read your book, Josh. Anyway, she had basically conveyed to me that she needed me to go, as I said, where she is hurting the most. So I set on a journey to my birthplace, known as Fort Ord, California, aka Monterey. Where I'm from is not important, repping the hood motherfuckers, not you. And because I activate within my own sentient self. All I know, I was reading off the phone. All I know is that many people attempt to pull my triggers and get some tangent in which I end up completely sidestepping or digressing from something that has nothing to do with my life's work. They know, I call you they, it's okay. You are not a bargaining ship either, but I'm saying I'm not a bargaining ship. I am not a walking PSA. I'm just me. When I was questioned by the inhabitants of Earth herself, and the paradimensional beings, what I was, I replied simply, I am I. And to them, it was like, wow, that was profoundly powerful to all of us who was watching. And I was on a pilgrimage, paying homage, getting pistol whipped in fucking Detroit. Some know me as Operative I. Some know me as I. Or Patient Zero. The anti-hero, right? No. Now, when I got to California, I discovered a terror plot to burn humans and other beings / creatures alive. I learned that this basic human rights violation was perpetrated by the American government and other countries of the international communities of the world. The artists of our cultures here and abroad have been manipulated into thinking, believing that they were always part of some Illuminati conspiracy, the occult, etc. However, the truth is that they were scared shitless or bullied by outside corporate entities, which are now under arrest, as I had stated earlier, and being taken into custody by the proper authorities who have united in association with the nation of Antarctica, the United Nations, America, and the rest of the developed nations of the world, and also the third world nations as they called them. I had established an organization known, it's a collective known as the Order of I, and all other fraternal organizations who have attempted to corrupt the public abroad by these heinous threats and or attempts are guilty. They are guilty of conspiracy to commit interspecies and existence extinction. Mother Earth will not stand for it. And those parties, as they put it, well, I'll leave them nameless, but you see them right there. It's okay, guys. I like it. Well, some of their other, we'll call them lodges, well, those aren't real freaking Masons anyway. So fuck them, because that's just a fucking fraternity, kids. Sorry that you're my freaking, I already told you this. Quit fucking playing with me, because you ain't got no fucking Illuminati. Now, those of you who it applies to, you attempted to infiltrate, and you attempted to corrupt all of human civilization. You are now a prisoner of us and your own defective mental psyche, aka your own mental prison. Just because a person is part of a fraternity of sorts means nothing to any of us, guys. We as a people, as a liberated people, have seen firsthand, there in San Francisco, the devastation. I was there, guys. It was disgusting and terrifying. I basically held their fucking hand and instructed them never, caps all on there, never to commit a crime against humanity ever again. The city and the rest of the world abroad agreed. and they understand that any businesses, as they call them, with torture chambers are to be demolished. We are going to demolish them too. Not renovated. They are going to be demolished. And there may be inhabitants in there. They wanted to act like they were Yakuza, huh? Anyway, the city, that city, as they call themselves, had better fucking watch themselves, because Oakland's staring right at your ass, bitches. Anyway, fuck you, International Casa. Go fuck yourself. Now, you will, San Francisco, as I have instructed you multiple times, you will inform the rest of the world, not my people here, of the atrocities, /infiltrations, of all the facets of what you consider your socially stratified nations. In this town of San Francisco, fuck you, Paul Mandingo. You ain't an 18 Delta. You're alright. Fucking just be you. And watch out, because these motherfuckers act like they're trying to be Jason. They ain't adjacent to none of this. This is covertly known as Redemption City, apparently? No. This is the Antarctic capital if I need it to be. I have a full shadow operation that is very much awaiting further instruction, which I have told them. Just keep the perimeters clear and don't, manipulate the public. So those who might have been involved with public lynchings, well, that ain't happening. And even if it did, guess what? You can make it right within yourself. Now, my military, as you call them, military, that is my collective. My collective force, the first wave, as you have basically described them, well, I did. You didn't know that they were the deceased beings of earth and abroad. Now they are being guided, just like the song, right? It's all random, kids. The third wave, no, not third wife. I'm going to get like 3 of them. Anyway, just kidding, Chelsea. The third wave is guiding us, and they're guiding those who are lost to a point of transcendence. Here is a comprehensive listing of my military forces, which no human has any authorization to access nor acquisition. As of now, the 1st, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 7th, and 8th waves, and also the 6th wave, which is serendipity. You don't want to know Serene. But anyway, Serene don't play, kids. We don't placate. Anyway, as of right now, the Antarctic Renegade Strike Force team is in its infancy. We need no other human assistance or coercion. I am very, very much making you a part of this if you'd like to be. Now, any violators of this established ordinance will be subject to penalties per the prohibition order brought forth by myself, the wildlife, as you put it, all the inhabitants of planet Earth. Okay? I'm not Patient Zero. That's a fucking character I made up. Warning. Paradimensional shifting or attempts to summon the deceased is a punishable offense by death. Now, if you do it, be careful. Do not attempt that type of offensive manipulation upon myself, my family, that's you guys, that hears me. I know you hear me. And anyone who I adopt and call them my adopted population. Because I am not a Homo sapien. I am amicably divorced them. Now, the attempt that was perpetrated upon you people to control the populations was attempted by the fraternity of Skull and Bones, the Freemasons. Well, not these lodges, okay? Guys, you fucking candy asses. Don't make me turn you into slaves of your kids. Because I'll fucking do it. The Brotherhood of Nine, which doesn't exist. Those are all, we'll call them organizations, I guess, who are guilty of conspiracy to commit existence extinction. Now, my art club, as you called them the Illuminati, no. We get Illuminati by nature. No, they don't. I do. Now, nature is going to return and resume, Normal weather patterns, guys. Normal weather patterns. Okay? There is no... A code green is a social worker code which denotes there's an imminent natural disaster or, whatever. There's not. Code green, no one calls any codes. I'm going to end up going into the revision for which the code blue P you do not want to know about, kids. Anyway, they will give the guilty parties. Don't worry, kids, if you hear this, especially you guys, chill out. They're going to give some sneak peeks, though, to the guilty parties, as they already was doing, and they were very, very, a little bit too harsh. Now, the guilty party's punishments for the attempt to corrupt the people of, the freaking human race. But we'll say the United States and the rest of the developed civilizations of the world and the undeveloped. Now, the allocation and distribution of the assets to have a society, or as you call them, a civilization, well, humanity, guess what? You're not guilty of interspecies extinction. The innocent will prevail. Thanks to the investigative efforts, what's an alligator with a vest on, guys? An investigator. Anyway, humanity has been free of any threat of war after I was forced into training exercise and before that. Don't worry, the world is at peace. Natural disasters, well, if they happen, just be prepared. ABCs, airway, breathing, and circulation. Make sure those are taken care of. Now, there is no such thing as jihad. A holy war is never to be initiated by a Homo sapien or any other corruptive, quote-unquote, element within what you call your democracy-based judicial systems, and also you, ISIS. Idiots syndicating, idiot syncopes. No. You'll be syncopal. Now, the rulings go forth to the international communities abroad, as I already am aware. Now, my loyalty is not for sale. I am not an imperial guard. And I am not for sale. Now, as I had stated earlier, I am in service of Her Majesty, as I don't like to call her, but life. Existence. I am in service of her.
A real dilemma. Get it? That dinner will always be there. But Taco Bell's latest $2 duo is
I know, right?
for a limited time.
Anyway, have some have a sense of humor, people. I don't want to be the freaking world leader, so I'm not. I give it to my kids if they want it, and we don't want to fucking rule your world. We're freaking trying to work normal JOBs. Anyway, check this out, guys. I know you hear me. The main focal point for humans to understand is very, very crucial information for us to understand. As Homo sapiens, aka humanoids, we are not an integral part of any existence here on the planet Earth or abroad. Now, one day, and it already had come, in the future we will be given the opportunity to act as guardians of Her Majesty life. Not as of, no, it's been. Yes, raise my volume. This is for my kids. I had a vision within a dream that one day a fork in the road would come. And we, the humans, would be given an option to move forward. One path would lead us to an existence where our children would hate all of this generation, all of us. Now, I know you haven't claimed that. So chill the fuck out with your shit. The other path would include us being a part of a solution, as you want to call it, to this attempted genocide upon the masses. Now, I'm not going to shut up because I believe in freedom of speech. The stutter of our historical missteps will be alleviated without any humanoids being subject to torture, coaxing, or otherwise. My organization, my collective, is a closed organization. which consists of original phantoms, aka the deceased, the other inhabitants of the earth, the I-9 operatives, myself, and various trans-dimensional beings who I'm going to remain nameless for right now. Now, your threat of being burned alive or murdered is no longer a constant threat. Even though I have made sure your world leaders know it is a very real reality for you for what you had done to them. You attempted to spoil them. The prohibition order of torture is complete. Mockery of the democracy-based freedoms or any other attempts to coerce me or any of mine, not Mein Kampf dumbasses, being an I-8 commanding general of the Antarctic renegade military, we'll call it. I'm an Antarctican. Starts with the A, ends with the A. 12 steps to the truth. Any attempts to join my military are prohibited. However, cadets are welcome and will be dealt with on a case-by-case, a case-by-case basis. Chelsea, what's up? You alright, baby? Here, let me check on Chelsea. Oh, God. Shit. There's not a big dilemma here, guys. I was just basically trying to fix my freaking shorted wire. Because guess what, kids? I bought this shit for $20. That shit's a ripoff. They fucking took every bit of my money and they said, oh, we were trying to help you. You fucking rerouted me nonstop in fucking Oakland. You fucking Greyhound workers. You tried to be fucking leaders of the world. You wanted a job with security. Well, welcome. Watch your fucking sister city, as they want to call themselves. I'm good, baby. She's a friend of mine. Not that close of a friend. Dear antics. You make decent music. DM. I'm good. That was a line that you know damn well you fucking... It's coded language. That's cool, man. I'm glad you think it was inspired by a fucking line like that. I don't care if you were or you weren't. I'm not going to fucking end existence over it. Oh, shit. Dear Slim. What the fuck, John? What did he say? I don't want to fucking hear it. Fuck you, Slim, you feminine ass. No, I'm kidding. I don't want him to hear that either, but too bad. We're going to end existence now because you star-chasing motherfuckers. Now listen. Only requirement to join is one to make a better world. To want to make a better world. Don't play with my words. Now, fuck this shit. I don't want to hear this song. You know why? Dear Slim, I don't want to fucking hear this song.
1, 2.
Yeah, this is my shit.
15 in love with
I'm not going to use it to push any... I don't have a political...
encourage me to write about the drama. It seems strange like some...
Fucking quit. Baby. Baby. They better stop trying to close in on you. If they do that again, they're going to be very much...
Got beat down, carrying the golf club.
If you try that shit again, you're going to be reprimanded. Black.
On the game. And when I look back, I wouldn't change a thing at all. Why you think I found this script that I'm speaking to y'all? Your hopes and your dreams and your hate and your lies.
That's a code black? Nah, that's a terror level black. Now, don't ever try to tell me, because those men that were in uniform were very much my brothers. Don't call them pigs. Don't call them police. We are not a police state.
Got me sitting here waiting on the day when it's okay to love. When black men won't say a thug. And doctors are treated.
We don't give a fuck about your race
You can get a
war.
job even if. Check. Let's live live in harmony. We getting this together. No man has autonomy. No man is an island immune to the violence. This rat
Now,
race is no place to raise a child.
we're not called
What's wrong
Ponce
with
King.
smiling?
Moloch
What's wrong
says,
with
"What's
peace?
up?"
What's wrong with squashing beef before they label you
He said,
deceased?
humans,
Swallow your
fire
pride,
bad.
choke on
Let
your
them know in
issues.
their
I
little
you
torture
got
chambers,
family,
fire
folks
bad.
that
If you
miss
go,
So don't misuse
don't
this gift
yet.
you've been given. This life's but
The
a
polarity
tool.
shift
Blessed to be
is to
living.
any who sell out their children, my children, my adopted population, as I do not like to call them, but I'm not going to end the world over it. Your pyramids were the very beginning of what you call ghettos.
Basically, I'm just a dude that tries to right. You know, I try to make my tomorrow
I can
better than my
easily
yesterday.
show you a polarity
without
shift.
hurting anyone else in the process. Because if you leave the world a better place than it was when you got here, then we all win. Now this death, but this fate is where the journey meaning is waiting on us all. There's
Now,
no
my
need to
interrogational techniques, you don't want to
feel
know
it where you
this.
in the end, all good things come to it. Times you want to end
Now
it all
that's-
yourself, don't do it.
That's his saying,
Be
and it's
original.
a beautiful
Be
song.
different.
He's
Be the
just,
one to stand
you know,
up.
Chelsea, I can't wait for you to watch this.
Your hopes and your dreams and your
I'm on my way home, but I made it home here too. I'm gonna be here for another night. Code Black.
old and the wise to the young as they fly.
Anyone. Now, I relinquish a very heavily acquisition authority to all of my subordinates. Now, I expect you to act, be, with logic and reason as your guide, which will navigate you, in part. No, it will navigate you. Logic does not dictate. This isn't Star Trek. Now, morality has been dictated by all of our society by dogmatic superstitions that basically stunted or prevented all of our evolutionary growth as a human species, for which we did not understand. But guess what, guys? I'm the first human in the face of, seriously, I'm the first human ever to harness the energy source, as you call it, the sun. That's my wife, Gabrielle Union Viola. Now, Mother Earth has always been sentient, you guys. Her condition made her feel like, the human species made her feel as though she was barren, desolate, and alone in this current universe. Now remember this, guys. Remember this. I don't care. Know this, guys. Matricide, or perpetuation of matricide. Well, I'm talking about a matriarchal society. It is very much a federal crime to try to control the population. I am not. No, I am not. There's my wife. Right on time. Okay.